What's up, again, excuse my French, you frickin' gosh dang degenerates. Apparently somebody told my mom in the last video I said crap. Real funny, guys. Now I just have access back to the modem so I can use the internet and upload. Frick. Sorry, I'm gonna calm down. Let's get into today's video. Today's video is about 5 amazing, really good beard products you can buy that are super cheap, super budget, right? You don't have to go all out. You don't have to be Warren Buffett to have a beard, okay? Contrary to popular opinion. I don't know if that's a popular opinion, but I said it. And I'm sticking the frickin' heck by it. Tell my mom. Go ahead and tell my mom I'm cursing. Frickin' try it. Anyway, let's get right into it. Number 1 is gonna be beard combs. If you've ever looked for a comb or you wanted to comb out your beard and you see one of these dollar specials at Walmart and you look at them, they're just a black plastic comb, basic black plastic comb. They cost like $1 or something, right? For maybe like a couple bucks for a 3-pack or something. The problem is, you get them all, they're all wobbly. They got no rigidity to them whatsoever. These are pieces of absolute, and I said it, crap. The other issue is with very cheaply made combs is they are stamp pressed in a mold. So the seams where those 2 pieces of metal meet together, you're gonna have a bunch of jagged plastic. And if you look closely at one of these cheap combs, you'll see little pieces of jagged plastic. That's gonna rip, that's gonna damage your skin, it's gonna damage your hair, and it's no good. Take this, throw it out. This right here looks suspiciously similar to a cheap plastic comb, but this is a comb by Salon Solutions. And I'm looking right now on Amazon. 12 of these cost $7. That makes these almost 50 cents a piece. 50 cents a piece. $7 gets you 12 combs. They're actually made out of carbon fiber. You're not going to see a carbon fiber weave in here. It's like a solid mold or something. Not a mold, but I don't know what. But I've looked these up and down. There's no weird pieces hanging off or bits that are going to damage your hair, and I actually generally enjoy using these combs. Kent combs are probably the best when it comes to like smoothness, but these work really well. If I have a Kent comb and one of these laying on the sink counter, there's not a decision to make. I just kind of grab one and use it. I like them both pretty much equally, but these things work great. $6.99 for a 12-pack, get you some. Next thing we're going to talk about is beard heat brushes. Now, this is not everybody's jam. Some people don't like using a heat brush on their beard. Some people do. I've slowly drifted away from using a heat brush. I use it every once in a while if I need to, but it's not a like every morning staple for me. Although sometimes it can help. Versus if you don't have the time to hop in the shower, I always say just if you have the time to take a hot shower, I think that's better than a heat brush. You get warm water, you get out, you put products in your beard, and you're good for the day. But if you don't have time for that, you need a quick couple minute fix. You plug one of these in, and you would then run it through your beard. And a good tip for using these, what I always say is you would take your hair and run it along the side of your face. So don't go down with these because that's going to run with your jawline and create that hair divot that you get sometimes. I probably have one right now. I haven't really done much to my beard today. I need to do a beard trim, but I'm waiting. So I want to do a beard trim video, so I'm kind of growing it out a little more. But anyways, this happens to be one of the cheaper beard heat brushes. This is from AberLite. I'll link it down below. I'll link these combs down below as well. There'll be Amazon affiliate links. So if you do click it, I get like a 2-3% commission or whatever. So letting you know you don't have to use my links. You could just search these on Amazon. But if you want to help support me or the channel or whatever, you could use them. It's totally up to you. Just want to be honest with you here. I do get money from Amazon affiliates. AberLite makes this one right here. It's like $29. Let me look it up. Yeah, it's $29.95, and you save $3 with a coupon, so it's $26. So it's $26. It's one of the cheapest heat brushes you will find, and I like it the best, and I'll explain why. There's not a lot of difference with heat brushes than the video on this in the past. They're all plastic molds with a board that runs from the switches up to a heating element that's made in China heating element that costs like $2 for them to put in there, and that's all it is. And you got some tines out the front. The cool thing is the tines on this, if you can see, they stick out, they jut out like this. So what does that do? When you're doing your beard, like I said, you should be going against your face. When you're doing that, these tines are getting underneath your hairs the hairs that are running down. You're then putting a thing underneath to scoop them up. So these curved tines scoop up the hair and push them into the heating element. So it makes even heating more accessible, more easy, I guess is what you would say. It's much easier to evenly heat all of your hair versus like going like 20 passes over everything. So I think this is actually more effective than another heat brush that would actually cost more. So in this case, the cheapest option or the least expensive option is probably the best option that I've come across. And I've come across a lot of heat brushes. All right, that's heat brushes. Next one we're going to talk about is beard oil. How to get a really cheap beard oil. All you got to do is you go to Amazon and you type in jojoba oil or argan oil or whatever kind of essential oil that you might want to use, right? For instance, I'm looking at a listing right now with 38,000 reviews of a 4-ounce container of jojoba oil that is cold pressed. You want to make sure you get cold pressed oils. There is a friction press and there's a cold press. The cold press leaves a lot of the nutrients in there, where the friction press, or whatever, it's not called a heat, it generates heat, so it burns a lot of the nutrients out of the oil, right? But if you get a cold press, like this is a cold pressed jojoba oil, $9.99 for 4 ounces, that makes it $2.50 for an ounce. A bottle of beard oil is generally 1 ounce, and those cost anywhere from 10, 15, 20, 25 and up, right? So for $2.50, you can get an ounce of beard oil, right? And it's just jojoba oil. But if you think about it, at the end of the day, do you really need any of the other fancy ingredients? They're nice to have, and the scents are nice to have. And if you really want to fancy it up and add a few pennies to the oil and make it something cool, you could just buy some scented essential oil. You could get like a sandalwood oil or something like that that would add a cool scent that you like to your beard. Again, you don't need that. You could just use just straight jojoba oil, and that would be fine, or an argan oil, or a grapeseed oil, or a castor seed oil. Yes, having like premium beard products with like everything, all the oils, your base is covered with a nice scent in there. Or in some cases like Artius Man, they use a really heavy blend so it lasts longer. It's nice to have, but you don't need it. You can just use this jojoba oil and you're going to save a ton of money. I'm also looking here at the listing. You can get a 16 ounce for $28. That makes it $1.75 an ounce versus $2.50 an ounce. So if you wanted to long term, you could even make your own beard oil. You could buy a few of these and get some bottles and make it yourself, or you could use this one that comes in the 4-ounce bottle with the dropper and just use the dropper as you need it, like a regular beard oil. Just be a big bottle of jojoba oil, and your beard will be just fine. Next one we're gonna talk about is beard trimmers. Now, everybody knows, as far as beard trimmers go, these are probably the best out there. This is the Brio Beardscape. These things kick serious butt. They're cordless, rechargeable, battery lasts forever, they're super powerful. They have the ceramic blade up here, great for longevity. These are killer. But if you don't, these cost like $70 though, right? And it's like, let's say you don't want to spend $70 on a pair of trimmers. Guess what? You don't need to. At the end of the day, a trimmer is a trimmer is a trimmer is a trimmer. There are bad ones, there's good ones. But if you go to, like, let's say Walmart, or you go on Amazon and you look up clippers and you get something in the vein of like this, like a cheap $10, $15 hair clipper, right? They're going to do just fine. Yes, there's going to be a cord here. Yes, you might have to oil the blades a little more often because it's not a ceramic blade. But at the end of the day, this, cutting wise, is going to do a huge majority of what this can do. This just had a few added bonuses to it that make it really cool, and it's one of those things you got to decide if it's worth spending $70 on. But something like this will get you by just fine, and you're not going to be doing beard trim super often. Think about this, right? You don't need to go buy a $70 beard trimmer when you could spend $20 at Walmart, or you might even have one already. You can maybe hop on a Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist thing too, if you're not afraid of getting a used pair of clippers, but kind of iffy, license, you never know. I'll link something like this down below with good reviews on Amazon that you could buy for like $15 to $30 somewhere in there. But you could also just go to Walmart and find one, and you don't have to wait a couple days for Amazon to ship it to you. All right, last but not least, let's talk about beard butter. If you don't know what beard butter is, it's like beard oil on steroids, right? It comes in a whipped kind of buttery consistency, like maybe like a Vaseline, but way less slimy. Beard butters are typically like a shea butter, some kind of nut butters with oils in it, and it's mixed, it's whipped up, and it's like a really cool consistency, and it's great because it has the shea butter in there, which is actually really good, and then it has like it has a little bit of holding power to it. Not a bunch, but it'll have a little bit of hold. The ones that I'm going to talk about are going to have pretty much no hold, which is what I would prefer. I'd rather trim my beard the way it needs to look, and then just add things in there, condition it. So the great thing about the beard butter versus beard oil is it will stay in the beard longer, in my experience. It kind of like holds to the beard better, I guess is how I would explain it. It's a thicker consistency. Overall, it just kind of feels more nourishing, and that's totally anecdotal, I get it. But it's really good stuff. But if you don't know, beard butter is literally just body butter in the women's world, right? So if you don't know what body butter is, ask your wife, ask your girlfriend, ask a girl you know, hey, do you have any body butter? What's body butter? And I bet if you look at those ingredients, if it's a decent body butter that's like all natural one, it's going to be like shea butter, argan oil, essential oils, like some very basic thing, right? So on Etsy, for example, you can find really cool deals on body butter, really like artisan types of body butter. And the thing is, when you're looking for body butters, it's geared towards women. So a lot of the scents are feminine, but there are like sandalwood scents, or like one I reviewed a while back was like an apple pie scent. I would show them to you, but I don't have them here with me. I have so much beard products, and I had some friends that were girls that wanted them, so I gave them to them. I did use them for a few weeks before making the video I did on them. So, and my beard didn't suffer at all. Manhood suffered just a little bit, right? Just knowing I had women products in my beard. Just kidding. But anyways, I'm going to link some of those down below, some body butters you could try out. And just compare the ingredients of a beard butter that you like and compare that to a body butter that I would link below, and see if there's much of a difference. There's really not. It's kind of a repurposed thing that the beard world has taken and then added like a margin on it. It's like, you know what, that people say there's a pink tax on like things that are pink for, I don't know if it's even true. This is like a blue tax, the opposite of that. I think the reason they are priced so high in our community is because the community of beards and people that are buying beard products is a tiny little percentage of a fraction of the world of women's beauty products. If you know, you know, it is nuts. There's so much stuff out there. Whereas in the beard world, there's not a whole lot. Okay, so when there's more products, competition usually drives the price down, and that's kind of just basic economics. Usually, that's how that works. But anyways, guys, that is 5 ideas for you cheap freaking penny pinching doo-doo heads. Go ahead and tell my mom. I don't care anymore. Just tell her that I'm cursing. Whatever. Anyways, guys, that is 5 ways you could save some money in the beard world with beard products that are actually really good. If you're into the beard world, or if this is your first time seeing this channel, you could subscribe. I would check out some other videos I do. I do beard videos in general. It's usually just beard stuff on here. Give the video a like if you liked it, and then leave a comment down below if you don't want me to answer, because I'm really bad at answering comments. But anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Have a great day. Stay bearded. Bye.